The concept that I'm about to talk about now, if you understand this concept, you will be ahead of not only the vast majority of investors out there, and I'm going to get myself in trouble, but you might be ahead of the vast majority of financial advisors. But I really want this to drive home with everybody, because if you understand this, it can be the basis for understanding the concept that will put you hundreds of thousands of dollars and your kids maybe even millions of dollars better off. All right. In order to measure whether it makes sense to do a Roth IRA conversion or whether to just maintain the status quo, the key is figuring out how you are going to measure the results. And what a lot of people do is they say, whoever has the most dollars in the end wins. And I think that's wrong. I think whoever has the most purchasing power wins. So I have some bad news for you if you have $1 million in your retirement plan. You don't have $1 million of purchasing power. If you have $1 million in your IRA, and let's say you want to go out and buy something, and it costs $650,000, and your only source of money is the IRA, and you can't borrow and you really want it. Well, you have to take money from the IRA. What happens when you take money from the IRA? Tax. So you're going to have to pay $350,000 of income tax. I'm going to oversimplify here. And you're going to be left with $650,000. So what I would say is, if you're going to recognize the fact that your $1 million in an IRA is not worth $1 million in purchasing power, I'm interested in what you can actually purchase. So I would value your $1 million, and by the way, I'm going to probably assume a 25% tax bracket, because I think that's probably more realistic for most people. You don't have $1 million of purchasing power, okay? So, by the way, though, would people agree that there is a purchasing power that is well less than $1 million? We could quibble about the amount, but $1 million in an IRA is not $1 million of purchasing power. All right, that's step one towards understanding the concept.